What's going on, guys? NealGuides here. Welcome back to another video. This will be FIFA 20, the plan, what I'm going to walk through. I'm going to record this live while I'm playing with the 15k team in Foot Champ, so let's just hope I don't get absolutely smashed to pieces at this time of the year, but let's just see how that goes anyway. But this video will be about FIFA 20. I'm going to talk about everything that's going to come up, their interactive RTG and everything. So first and foremost, I just want to say I'll discuss topics one by one. So tutorials, streaming, RTG, podcast, FIFA School, FIFA Academy. I'm just going to do it in a systematic order, so bear with me. The first thing is I'm going full time now, proper full time. I'm going to start, streaming and making FIFA tutorials full time. And to be honest, as I said, from now I've not made any money from this at all. But it's impossible to do this part time because I'm basically working 11 hours plus if you think about it. Especially during the initial periods of FIFA, studying it into the ground and streaming. So I have created a Patreon page. I'd really appreciate if you could support me on Patreon. There will be different tiers, and even if you just pledge $1 a month, it makes a massive difference. If you pledge and then if everyone pledges $1, it makes a significant difference. So I'd really appreciate if you can check it. And the paid tiers would have some perks, for example, like FIFA School, etc. Because realistically, the equipment and all the costs, I need some way to pay for it, and this is the only way that I can actually make some money from it. That's the first thing. And of course, you can sub to me on Twitch Prime or YouTube membership if you want to sub me that way. But first and foremost, I just want to say all my videos will always be free on YouTube. I don't get the misconception that my videos are now going to cost money. My videos on YouTube will always be free and will be forever. The only thing that Patreon is doing is just helping me continue making these videos and actually start improving the quality and start making, I suppose you can say, breaking even from making videos and start doing this full time. So now we're going to go into topics now. Streaming. So I'm going to move to Twitch now for streaming. The reason why is because Twitch is a better platform for streaming than YouTube, and plus, I'm gonna keep all my weekends. So I'm gonna play weekend leagues on both accounts as usual. Those 12-hour weekend leagues gonna be absolute madness, or it depends. We'll see how it goes in the first couple of weeks. So I'm gonna play both on both the Poor Man RTG and the main account. So I'll go into the Poor Man RTG in a second, but I'll be streaming on Twitch, so make sure you follow me on there. So I won't be streaming on YouTube anymore, unless I'll be streaming the interactive RTG. I'm not too sure about that. So I've been playing the beta into the ground. I studied it inside out. Basically, I think I played about 100 games on the beta maybe. On kickoff I played even more because I had to test things out like free kicks, etc, the new mechanics. Of course I can't talk about the beta, but obviously I had to test the new things out like the lofted pass, everything they mentioned in the picture notes. I suppose you can say I've tested and mastered. It took me a very long time, so expect video tutorials to come out very soon. Video tutorials on the guys, new free kicks, new penalties, lofted passing, new shooting. Everything will be coming out very soon. As soon as the demo gets released and I can record content on the demo, those videos will be out very soon, so stay tuned for that. Another thing I want to talk about is starter teams. So people have been asking me about the starter teams for FIFA 20. I'll be making a video on that very, very soon. I'll just be going over some of the starter teams, what I'll be looking for, what players you should be looking for in your starter teams. So stay tuned for that. I'm still working on it, still trying to look for some hidden gems and waiting for the transfer news to conclude. I think 2nd of September is the end of the transfer market, so we'll see if there's any final buys from the smaller teams for the interactive RTG. But yeah, the interactive RTG, there'll be the Poor Man interactive RTG. I'll be doing it with you. There'll be a couple of episodes a week, and this would be everything from how to start the FIFA web app to just playing the game, how I do it. See, I do it differently, and the whole idea of the interactive RTG is we do it together. So the idea is we start at the same time and you improve together. I do the RTG in a different way. I'm not going to sit there and spend 7 hours trading, because that's pointless. No one's really got 7 hours. Everyone wants just to play the game. So my way of doing RPG would just be by playing the game and grinding it, having fun. That's the true way, and more importantly, learning. I know everyone's at a different level, and don't worry, I'll be playing. I know people are going to be like me, oh, didn't you get 26 wins in the third week of the RTG? I know, that was last year. But this year, don't worry, I'm going to streamline it. So I'm going to play in a very specific way. So from then I'll kind of decide, so in the beginning I won't do any skills. I'll play bare baseline and bare bones mechanics. So that way you can get better with me. So even if I do go to gold 1, you won't be very far behind, and you'll be learning from each episode. And obviously you can work with the comment section. We can all try tactics out, new instructions. Everything will be in that. And also more the FIFA 20 videos and guides, a lot of them will be coming soon as well. As I said, I want to go full time with this, but I need to make money. This Patreon legit is going to be the last final resort, because the amount of hours I'm going to spend, because like for example the 4231 video last year, people don't realize that video. They think that took a lot of time to make. It took a lot of time to make, but what took more than the video was the months of preparations, testing a 43-1, increasing the depth by 1, decreasing it by 1, getting my mates to test it out. It takes a lot of time. It took me months to devise that 43-1 tactics. So that's why I'm asking you. I would kindly appreciate if you guys support me. It's really important that you guys do now. And on that topic, I was talking about it. In order to make as you can basically see, if you click on a Patreon, there's different tiers. You can pledge $1 a month and just support me. I'd really appreciate if you do that. I know a lot of people are obviously students. I was a student as well, so not everyone has $1. Not everyone has the means. When I was a student, I was broke. I didn't even have $1 in my pocket. But that's why the rest of the videos will be free, the guides. But there will be a different section. In order for an incentive for those to for the incentive for the Patreon, I'm going to increase the tiers. So there is going to be two tiers, should I say, the silver tiers. And what that's going to give you access to is FIFA Academy and FIFA School. I suggest you read it. If you go in the description, there'll be a kind of a link to it. The Patreons, check that out. So basically, FIFA Academy and FIFA School. Now, FIFA School, you guys probably knew I started this year. I kind of did it like half-heartedly. I kind of did it in January time, and I kind of knew it was kind of pointless doing. I didn't want to teach you. So I'm going to bring back FIFA School for this. Now, this will go over everything you need to know about FIFA. There'll be videos uploaded weekly. And every time a new patch comes out, something changes, I'll go over everything in FIFA School. How to set up your team, how to set up your tactics, what controls to use, what cameras to use, everything from the different type of passing, lofted passes, through balls, how to shoot, what type of jockeying to use, when should you use this shot, when the psychology of football, everything will be released in FIFA. That was actually close, nearly scored that. Everything will be released in FIFA Academy, how to be a goalkeeper, how to defend. So stay tuned for that. Of course, that will be part of the paid tier. Another tier will be FIFA Academy. Now, this is something I wanted to roll out this year as well, because I'll be going full time. I think this is actually something that I'm looking forward to. Now, what this is going to enable you is, let's say for example you're a silver user you're in the silver tier of the Patreon, and let's say for example in upcoming weeks of FIFA, let's say you try to score a goal and you miss, or let's just say you concede a goal. The idea of FIFA Academy is you submit your clips to me, and then I explain how they can improve. So you might submit, a 1-minute clip saying, hi, hey Neil, this is me playing in this 1-minute clip. I conceded a goal. What did I do wrong? And I'll go through it, give you some visual analysis. The way I normally do, visual analysis, tell you what you could have done better, how you could have improved. But you see, there's no right or there's no wrong way of playing, but you can always improve on what you're doing. Let's say, for example, you had a 1v1 and you made a mistake. I'll explain to you what can go wrong. So what I'll do is I'll pick some clips from some players and I'll go over them. There'll be short, punchy videos, but I'll just help you guys improve. They will be paid. They will be the paid tiers of Patreon. So do check out the Patreon tiers. And so that'll be an incentive for the Patreon tiers. Now, player reviews and the podcast will still be on. The podcast, I'll mainly be talking about the beta. That'll be the next episode. Kind of what my thoughts are. I mean, not the beta, sorry, the demo, because obviously I can't talk about the beta, obviously, because it was a closed beta. But if you were part of the closed beta, there is a link in the description. Access to EA's private forums. You have to log in first using your account. And you can only get access to that forums if you are part of the beta. You can see kind of my opinions and my initial thoughts. But I will release the podcast of FIFA 20, my upcoming thoughts of playing the demo and what I think about the gameplay and the direction of the game. And then the rest of the FIFA 20 content, player reviews, all that will be out very soon. So I would appreciate if you check that out. Just stay tuned for that. I know not a lot of you, only a few of you hardcore fans listen to the podcast. So I really appreciate. I know you guys do enjoy that. So if you're going to work, or whatever, you're on your way to work, or whatever chore you got to do. If you want to listen to the podcast, fair play. And that's basically it from my side, to be honest. If you have any other questions, I really appreciate it. Just let me know all your feedback in the comment section down below. I want to give this a time full time. I'll see how it is for the first 2 months. If it is feasible for the first 2 months, then I'll carry on. I got lucky with that penalty there. Very unfortunate for him. Let me just quickly just take this. Typical look left, stutter, go down the middle. Yeah, you fell for it. Typical penalty, NealGuides style. No, sorry, what was I saying? Yes, if you have any suggestions, please let me know in the comments. So if you want me to do any sort of videos, anything in particular, do please let me know. I know some people wanted me to do some tutorials on the new mechanics in FIFA20. So the new lofted passing, the new agile jockeying system, the new skill moves like strafe dribbling. Don't worry, I studied that. I spent legit days studying that in the beta. I've been practicing it in the ground, and when the beta comes out, I'll be producing video content on that. So don't worry about that. That will be coming very soon. But yeah, that's kind of the logic. And also, people probably going to ask, what is going on here? How on earth do you not score? I don't even know how that's a goal kick. I just can presume the ball went out of play. Also, in regards to streaming, so the stream schedule is probably going to be the same. I'll be streaming maybe, I think, during the week, or can it be around 6 p.m. UK time? It just kind of depends, because legit, I'm going to be working like maybe 13, 14 hours a day, maybe even more, just purely on video creation and video making and research. So we'll see how that goes from there. But I'll be streaming my main account, which I'm thinking of spending some money on FIFA. Don't worry, this won't be the interactive RTG, the poor man. This will be for my main account. I'm thinking of spending maybe like a £50 or something on draft, just for content in the first month, me playing draft, etc., etc. So stay tuned for that. That will be coming out in the first weeks. But don't get that confused. Don't think I'm spending money for the RTG. I am not. That's purely for content wise. The other thing I was going to say, I think it was in regards... What was the other thing I was going to say? I think that was pretty much it. I mean, the game, I'll just finish playing this game, I suppose. But yeah, I was going to say, if you do support me on Twitch Prime, and I have only like 7 Twitch Prime subs, but if you have a Twitch Prime sub, I'd really appreciate if you can support me. That goal was my fault. But if you are, just to let you know that the Patreon tiers will be independent. So if you're subbed on Twitch Prime, just do bear in mind that Twitch Prime subs, the tiers from Patreon will be different. So if you want, for example, access to FIFA School, it might be better if you just, instead of using Twitch Prime, just instead of subbing on Twitch Prime, just use Patreon, and that way that might be, or you can do both, it's up to you, but if you have the free one. But that's what I would just say now. So of course I don't want there to be confusion about that. That's pretty much it. I don't even know what else to think about in terms of the beta. To be honest, I can't really talk about it. It is a closed beta, so I can't give you my opinions. But to be truthfully honest, the beta does change. I need to come back in this game. I'm not really concentrating. I just kind of let 2 goals go in, kind of my fault. But yeah, the beta, I can't really talk about it. To be honest, every FIFA, like the FIFA 18 demo and the actual game release, would be completely different. So things will be changing. So even if I was to give my opinion on the beta, I'm pretty sure the demo will be complete. There'll be a lot of things that will be in the demo that will not be. And especially, this year, fair play to FIFA, they've actually done a good job. The beta, they have a feedback form. They're allowing us to give us our opinions, and they're replying back to us. And they're actually doing a good job. I think, this might be really good FIFA. The gameplay response and the surveys and the beta that people have been talking about. And just generally speaking, okay, this game's done. Offside? Okay, I got lucky. Wow. I actually got lucky. 74 minutes to get a goal back. Who do I even have on the bench? My players, I can't even believe I'm playing with this team at this stage of FIFA. I think I can come back, but I probably need to just concentrate. Let's see if we can make some subs. If you are still staying tuned to this at this stage of the video, I really appreciate it. Let's see if we can get a goal back. Fingers crossed we can. Let's just see how it goes. Okay. I don't even know what formation he's playing. Well, I have just lost the game change of plan. I was going to actually go try hard and come back into the game. But another mistake made by my lack of concentration. And I passed the ball right, unless I get a kickoff here. I doubt it, but yeah, it's pretty much done. The only problem with this team is stamina. That is probably the biggest issue, especially at this stage of FIFA, you know, playing against these teams. You know, most people are playing FIFA 19 now, especially champs. A lot of them are very good players. There's hardly any casual players left. I don't know. So this game is done. But yeah, like I was saying, you know, if you are using the 15k team or some variation of cheap players, you're probably going to be at a good advantage now, because obviously when you integrate into FIFA 20, you're not going to be used to the good players. Unless we go all out attack, I think that might be the only opportunity. Maybe if we change to blitz. That was the wrong button. I was trying to change to blitz. Your move. Sharer, simple 1-2, fake shot, through ball, drag back, Promes, come on, where are you? There we go, one got back, okay. Let's see if we can do this. I don't know, we can do it 6 minutes. Probably going to waste a lot of time, I'm presuming. Or he's going for the kickoff first. Let's see if we can defend kickoff first and get him on the counter attack. I kind of have to go all out attack now. Even if I do go to extra, you know what, I might, even if I do kind of equalize, I might just give him the win anyway, because it's pointless. At extra time, my players are going to be dead. I don't think my players will last until extra time. Especially against team of the season players, like in FUT champs, there's probably no way. Shearer. Ah, bad pass. Okay, I see. Offside. Okay, this is it. This is our last chance. This is basically do or die now. This is basically do or die. I'm just going to spam L1, push everyone forward. This is it. Hug the sidelines, take it off. Fake shot. Teixeira. This is it. I got to do this quick. Use him as a decoy run. Pass to this guy. Has to go inside now. Has to go inside the box. Last second. No, time's run out, I think. What a terrible pass that was. Oh well. That is it. GG. That was a terrible pass in the end. GG to this guy. He played well. I did get really unfortunate. What's the goals that I conceded? I got really unlucky with that goal. And then there was... That was probably a decent goal. Then there was a big mistake made by me. But anyway, that's the end of the video, boys. Thank you very much for watching. As I said, do check out my Patreon in below. I really appreciate if you can support me. And in regards to YouTube, if you have stayed until this bit, realistically probably a lower view, I would appreciate if you can turn on. I would appreciate if you. I know a lot of you guys use AdBlock. I use AdBlock myself. I'd appreciate if you whitelist my channel. That way you can, even you might watch a 30-second ad, but every little bit helps towards my channel. So if you are watching to the end of the video, you probably are a hardcore fan, and I really appreciate you. So that'll be very much appreciated. But for now, that's me done. Expect a video soon on players very soon. But for now, thanks for watching. Take it easy, boys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.